Hi, I'm Hannah and I'm a registered associate nutritionist. In this video, I'm going to be talking about body composition and the difference between weight loss and fat loss. I have many conversations with clients about their goals, and weight loss is the most common goal we see. However, when we say weight loss, I'm 99% sure we mean fat loss and not lean tissue such as muscle. Some may think it's obvious, but these are two very different things. So let's start with the basics. Whenever we were trying to lose weight, we want to be in a calorie deficit. It may sound obvious to some, but when we are in a calorie deficit, we're essentially eating less calories than we are burning. When we look at how many calories we're burning, we're thinking how many calories we are or how much energy we're using for our day-to-day activity, so our walking, our exercise. We're looking at the thermic effect of food, so when we digest food, we're using energy. But also, one thing that a lot of people forget is the calories that we need for day-to-day life. So when we're breathing, when our immune system, our brain function, all of these things require energy. However, the basics of weight loss is we need to be then consuming less calories, be it from food or from drink. Now, if we create a calorie deficit from literally just eating a Mars bar every day, we will see a significant amount of weight loss, but it's probably going to be a lot of muscle mass that we lose. And we won't feel very good, and we also won't be very healthy. So what we can do is we can optimize our weight loss by really focusing on a few little things, not particularly difficult, but it will really help us look at fat loss over muscle mass loss. So there are three things that I always recommend for fat loss over simply weight loss. The first thing is we want to be stimulating our muscles. If we're in a calorie deficit, i.e. we're eating less than we're burning, our body will prioritize using the food for energy. So if we want to be actually promoting muscle, either keeping our muscles or actually muscle growth, we want to be making sure that we're still stimulating our muscles, and therefore that means going to the gym still, that means doing some body weight work at home, it means doing some resistance work, so that could mean cycling, it could mean rowing, it could mean doing your weightlifting, however that looks like for you. But the main thing is that you still want to be exercising so that when you are losing weight, your body isn't losing all that muscle that you have gained. That being said, if you are new to training, there is a possibility that a little bit of weight training can actually increase your muscle, whereas if you are quite adapted to training and you are more experienced, it's going to be quite difficult for you to gain muscle, but like I say, you can maintain the muscle that you have got. My second bit of advice is don't cut your calories too much. A lot of people want to get results really quickly, but this actually won't serve you very well. Not only will you not have the energy to work out and go about your daily activity, you might even start noticing that you're walking less because you literally just don't have the energy to move. You don't want to do stuff as much. So not only is this miserable, but it goes back to my first point that you then won't be stimulating your muscles as much, and therefore you're going to be probably losing a bit of muscle mass. But it's twofold, because not only will you be not having enough energy, but if you cut your calories way too low, your body will, even though it doesn't like to, it will actually end up utilizing protein and muscle as an energy source. My third and last point is focusing on macronutrients and not just the calories that you consume. By this, I mean having adequate carbohydrates and enough protein as well. Obviously, fat is important and you still need to be having enough fats, but when we're looking at body composition, we really want to be focusing on the carbohydrates and the protein that we're getting. Firstly, too little carbohydrate and we're not going to have the energy that I was talking about to exercise. And actually, we want to be having those carbs to fuel our workouts. Now, secondly, probably the most important is the protein. When it comes to protein, you actually need more whilst losing weight than you do when you're trying to build muscle. As I mentioned earlier, while our bodies like to preserve muscle mass, if we haven't got enough energy coming in, our body is more likely to use protein as an energy source, and therefore we need more in our diet. Ideally, you want to be having 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, if not up to about 2 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. So let's take an example. If you're 100 kgs, then you want to be looking at having between 160 to 200 grams of protein per day. Not only does protein help increase your muscle protein synthesis, it will actually keep you fuller for longer, and it's actually a more energy consuming macronutrient, i.e. you get less calories from the amount of protein that you eat. So it's kind of a win-win situation. Of course, we don't live in a perfect world. So there are going to be times where you're not on Fresh Fitness Food getting your high protein meals from us, and you might not always want to be tracking. But there are 2 easy things to remember. Firstly, try and have protein with every meal and snack. And secondly, when you're thinking about the portion, aim for at least a palm size of protein. So that could be a palm size of Greek yogurt, a palm size of tofu, chicken, fish, beans and legumes. I hope you found this video useful. If you need any more support, our nutritionist team are always here to help. Thank you for watching.